There are a lot of things I cannot say about Infinity War, which I saw last night, but I have a few that I can say that won't spoil anything that I would like to talk about, so that's what we're doing today. Hello, friends. Happy Sunday. Let's jump right into three things that I can talk about that will not spoil a single thing about the actual movie. The first, sound design is fantastic. I appreciated the use of sound in this movie. The second thing is those credits have great font. This is like 2% spoilery, but it doesn't ruin anything. So keep that in mind. The end credits do not have any fun animations like a lot of the other recent Marvel movies have. They've kind of had that trend where they do the specialized animated credits. I'm thinking specifically of the credits for the Guardians of the Galaxy movies and how much fun those were. They don't do that in this movie. It's just a black screen with font, which means the font could either be boring as heck or it can be good. And they used a really good font that just kind of tied together the whole idea that they were going for, the whole theme they were going. And it just really tied together the movie really well. No matter how you feel about the ending of the movie, you then are thrown into a credit scroll that doesn't take away from the way you were feeling. It just kind of holds you in the emotions that you were feeling. And I appreciate that a lot. I think it was done very well. And as someone who loves fonts, I approved of the choice. Third thing about this movie that is not at all spoilery. It does have to be a criticism, actually. Some of the CGI doesn't quite work for me. There are characters that are completely CGI, which is a thing in every superhero movie. That's just kind of how it has to be. If it's an alien creature, there has to be some element of CGI in it. And there are some characters that are just going to be entirely CGI or look entirely CGI, and that's okay for the most part. I think a lot of times Marvel does that really well. But for being such a huge movie with a huge budget and great directors and a lot of really respected people connected to this movie, I was surprised at the lack of realisticness for some of these CGI characters. There are some video game movies, like fantasy video game movies, that have a certain look about their characters, and you're not expecting them to look real, you're just expecting them to look like a video game cutscene. And some of these characters looked like video game cutscene characters. And that kind of took me out of it a little bit. But with all of that being said, those are three things. And I am not going to spoil anything because I'm not a jerk. Talk to you tomorrow.